4, 3, 2, 1. We are all here shooting this shit with our hosts, DJ Duss and Bamboo Bam. Let's go.
Yo, I'm your host, DJ Duss, on Shooting the Shit podcast with my brother from another mother, Bamboo. What's up, Bam?
What up, kid? What you saying, brother?
Everything's good, man. We got a special guest today, man. I'm a big fan of this guy's show. He's the king of the liquidators. I got you watching it, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Let's not make him wait. Let's get him on here. Jeff, how you doing, Jeff?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Hey, how
Good,
you doing,
man.
brother?
Good. I'm super happy to have you on, man. I'm a big fan of your show. It's one of those shows that I can't stop watching. I love the reruns. I've got to keep watching. You know what I mean? I just catch another line. It's amazing, man. But, Jeff, I want to get right into it, man. How did you get into the liquidation business?
Well, it's a funny story. When I was about 21 years old, I used to work in construction, and my wife had a great aunt passed away. We're at this funeral, and they had all this stuff left over, and they said, "Yeah, we're going to get rid of this stuff." I said, "Well, what do you want for it?" So I ended up buying it. Started going to the flea markets and did more flea markets, and yeah, man, I was peddling shit, all kinds of crazy stuff. And you know what? People say lucky breaks. Well, I just happened to be at the right place at the right time to pick up some good product and grew from there.
Nice, man. Nice.
So, how did the show Liquidator come together? Like, how did it all come about?
Well, it's you know that show Storage Wars and all that shit. People started telling me like, "I see that show Storage Wars," and I'm like, "Yeah, man, that stuff's all shit." And people are like, "This is like you got to see it. It's like a genre of buying and selling right now. The genre is buying and selling houses and all that stuff, right?"
Right.
And so I was working out with this trainer dude, and he goes, "I'm friends with this producer that does all these shows." So I said, "You know what? I want to hook the two of you up." So anyway, we get together. We go to a party one night, and she's there. She's like, "Yeah, I heard you're a little bit of a maniac." And I said, "Well, I don't know. I guess whatever you want to say it." And they came in with a handy cam at that time, and they were there for like 2 hours. But we had some crazy shit going on. We were liquidating a rub and tug place, and it was just a normal day.
Right.
Yeah.
The guy goes, "Okay, we're going to greenlight a show." It was the fastest greenlight show ever because it was like I didn't think anything of it. So I'm liquidating a rub and tug place. Well, big deal. I do that, once a week. Right?
That's right.
That's crazy. Rub and tug place.
So now, when they're filming the show, are they just following you guys around day to day?
Well, that was kind of the frustrating part because one of
Oh, we're losing them a little bit.
And you know,
Jeff, we're losing you a bit, brother.
Damn, we lost him.
I know you can hear him too. You just hear that.
I know. And I want to hear the story too, right?
You do.
I do. I want to hear the story. I wonder how long it's going to take for him to get back in. Maybe moved way too far from the house.
I can't get him to call in today. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everything's falling apart for me today. Everything's falling apart.
Everything. It's all right.
Robin Tugs, that's hilarious, though.
You're like, what? We do that every other week, Shit. I ain't think
Robin
Tugs go out of business. Shit.
Oh,
there you go. I think you got to get stationary.
Can you hear me?
No, yeah, we can hear you. Yeah. Last thing we heard was you getting frustrated with the show. The frustrating part about being followed around.
All right, here we go. Hold on. I moved away from Wi-Fi.
It happens.
Better?
A little bit.
Can you guys?
There you go.
There we go. Yeah, man. Sorry about that. I don't know if Wi-Fi is that.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, you were saying that the frustrating part about the show.
Ignore the gum. I'm chewing. Smoking.
It's all good.
Well, basically, Storage Wars and those shows, they kind of knew what was happening. We just point and shoot a camera, and it wasn't until about season 3 we're at a rap party, and one of introduced all these people, and they said those are story editors. So my buddy goes, I thought your show wasn't scripted. I said, fuck, got 3 seasons. I didn't even know we had a story editor. What the hell was I? But they put the stuff together, you know?
That's crazy. That's nuts. He just did it and boom. What was the best deal ever?
I think what the thing about the show, thing about the
I didn't hear that.
it was ahead of its time.
Oh, I agree.
Definitely.
You know what
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh.
Hold on, Bam.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, so I'm just curious, you know, because being a fan of the show, does Daniel still work for you, and how's Jose doing?
Jose's still a bit of a fucking mess. I've been trying to get him to my yard, but I can't say that shit now because it's too unpolitically correct. But no, Jose's in Mexico. I went down to Mexico about a year ago before COVID, and I was chasing him around on a camera trying to find him. It was pretty cool. We did a
That's a show all by itself. That's awesome.
You know what? When we first filmed with Jose, I said, Jose, I gotta come. I got a film crew. I'm gonna buy some shit off you. And Jose's like, yeah. Fuck, come on, let's do it.
Yeah.
So anyway, we do. So we just who we normally are. Then he goes that night. He goes, yeah. He goes, this is a big show, Jeff. I said, well, what the fuck do you think? He says, I thought it was gonna go on the Knowledge Network, man. Funny, you know, when Jose crosses a border, like his wife used to feed bring in these Mexican workers, and they would look after him. Every time he crossed the border into Canada, they would always go, "Does that Jeff treat you that bad?" And so I always tell everybody Jose got deported and working for Trump building the wall.
No. I was watching the episode lately. You employed him, and then he's trying to give the best deals possible to the customers and stuff. You made him clean the toilet.
You know, I lost my shit. I was so fucking angry with that prick. I'm telling you, the show's real. He's giving shit away, and I go, "You motherfucker!" Yeah, I was not happy. Am I allowed to swear on this podcast?
Absolutely.
Yes, you are.
Absolutely. That is hilarious. I was watching that. I'm like, Jesus. And that's what makes it weird, because now when you're looking at it, you were pissed, but you handled your cool in front of the camera, right? Like, so it's one of those situations. I'm like, damn, this shit's real. I'd be really, because you're doing him a favor by hiring him, right? So that's crazy.
You know what? Jose's like? He's like a cat. Okay. You know, a cat's got 9 lives.
Yeah.
Jose can fuck people over, get away with murder, literally, and everybody will love him. I do one fucking thing, and I tell you what, everybody knows about it. That guy fucking sold me rotten furniture. That guy sold me a load of furniture from Indonesia. The whole fucking container was soaked. I prepaid for it, and he got the insurance money.
Wow.
Wow.
That's fucking crazy. That's crazy.
Holy shit.
So I want to know, Jeff, you know, what was the best deal you ever bargained? What was the best deal?
You know what? It was not really like the best deal I ever bargained. I mean, I did a deal just last year in the beginning of COVID. I mean, you want to hear some activity, but the best deal I ever did was literally, some dude called me out of Toronto, and I paid $220,000 for it, and it was off the show. But that's kind of a boring deal. Let me think about what the show was. All right, I'll tell you a really crazy deal. That was so I had this sort of a large lady working for me. She was kind of crazy, but you know. Anyway, this woman calls me up on some bondage shit, bondage clothing, like really weird, you know,
S&M stuff.
I don't know. Anyway, I thought I'd buy this thing. I bought all this crazy shit. And anyway, I told this large girl, I said, hey, can you sell it? She goes, oh my God, Jeff, like this is the best shit ever. And I'm like looking at it going, this is ugly. Anyway, she takes it to the electrical room. So I was selling bondage wear and crazy ass shit to me. I would have a lineup, and I didn't even, and all these people were like, what kind of demographic is this? And I go into this electrical room. I sold every fucking piece. I paid $400, and she was getting a retail. And I said, how are you getting a retail? She goes, this shit's not available on the market. Oh yeah, that was crazy.
That's crazy.
That was crazy. One of the craziest deals I saw on the show was when you got the hydroponic equipment. The hydroponic equipment you did really well with on the show, from what I can tell. When you had all the hydroponic stuff.
Yeah. The hydroponic deal I paid $32,000 for it. And at that time, you know, it was everybody was growing weed illegally. Of course, I didn't know anything. Of course, I knew all about it. But yeah, man, I that was a deal I did on the show. I think we did over $100,000 on that deal. and I didn't know what one fucking chemical was, what any of that shit was, and man, it was nuts. It was.
Wow,
that is great. I remember it's like the first episode that people had blurry face and shit, right? Like, you know, because people didn't want to be filmed on the show, right? So
But me, the cow. You bought the cow and you started selling off this damn cow. This I was on the floor like, how did he sell over a cow? You know what I mean? Like, to the point, how did that work out for you in the end?
Well, you know what's funny about that cow is that, like, a lot of people, you know, people love to hate, right? There's a lot of haters out there.
Mm-hmm.
So you set this up. I did not set this up. Literally, this guy, Dean Spady, who Spady is his name, the farmer, and he'd been coming to the store a lot. Like, he'd been coming to the store while we're filming. Actually, we went and filmed a Coke episode of, we bought some Coca-Cola shit from him. And literally, Ian's like, Ian's my manager, the skinny Irish guy. He goes, this guy wants to trade a cow. I said, are you serious? Yeah. I go, no, this is not real. And literally, dude, I said, if this guy, let's do it. So they bring the cow into the fucking warehouse. I literally got the cow in my warehouse. I'm going, holy shit. Anyway, I've never sold a fucking cow. I've never sold beef. I mean, I quit eating beef after. Anyway, I'm on the floor selling a quarter. Before I know it, I sell like 6 quarters of a cow, right? And then, of course, like 4. So now I got to buy another fucking cow.
Oh, shit.
I'm telling you. It was no script. I couldn't believe it. And I was still going, shaking my head. You're jogging my memory of some of the crazy shit that happened.
Oh, man. I'm obsessed.
I was loving that. I was like, I saw this damn cow so fast. And he's like, hey, man, I sold over half a cow. Can I get another one? Right? Like, what's the deal? You know? That's nuts.
I had a guy from Australia watching that. He literally lost his shit. He said, because we had a barbecue afterwards. And we're all. And I mean, I thought it was funny. Holy shit, did I ever get shit from this guy losing it? But how dare you eat a cow? I go, well, you know what? I mean, fuck. I mean, beef is everywhere. I mean, I don't know what else. Anyway, whatever. Made a friend in Australia.
So, Jeff, after all these seasons and all these episodes, do you have a favorite episode that you ever watched? Can you hear me, Jeff?
I don't know. I think he froze.
I thought you froze too, Bam. You were so slow right there.
No. I think he froze. Jeff, you there?
Yeah. No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Jeff, do you have a favorite episode? Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Do you have a favorite episode?
You guys hear me?
I didn't hear his response to that one.
Hello? Can you hear me?
A little better, yep. Go ahead, Joe, ask him.
So, Jeff, do you have a favorite episode from all your seasons?
Can you hear me?
No, you got to get back into Wi-Fi. Oh, we lost him again. That's crazy. People from Australia.
Well, yeah, anyone that watches it, there's always going to be someone that's going to get back at you or count you down or complain about one situation. I know he was getting a bit of feedback on the hydroponics situation when I was watching the show. So,
okay.
Yeah.
We can't please everybody, right? So
no, not at all.
There you go. In and out.
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear us? All right.
There we go. I don't know. I'm kind of weird.
Yeah.
No, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. So no, you know what? When we did India, one of the things about the show was they said to me, "It's a following your life." So in order to get funding to do the show from the network, it couldn't be like they couldn't set up, and that was perfect the way I wanted. I didn't want nothing set up. We didn't stage nothing. I tell you something though, we went to India. I did not want to go to India. It was 50 degrees. I've been to China 100 times. I just didn't want to go. So anyway, there was a big fight about going to India.
Right.
And I said, okay, fuck it, let's go. And when I went there, I said, you guys figure out what you want to do, because it's really, like, seriously, like, I don't want to get sick. We got, I went to India, and we were filming like randomly. And anyway, I'm downtown India, and I'm selling these puppets. And I'll never forget it. I'm getting my ass kicked on the street. These guys are just like, I couldn't sell a puppet. So this guy was walking by, and like, we're in Delhi here, man. There's like millions of people, man. Like, this guy comes by and he goes, Jeff. And I go, what's that? He goes, I watch your show in the UK. And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, you got to change your attitude. You got to make sure that you got to tell them that you're the boss. And I'm like, make it that you run the city. I went, holy shit. So I went back and I go on camera, and it worked. I came, like a guy in my class in your neighborhood, my cast. I'm not good enough, then don't touch my shit. And man, I tell you what, it was cool.
Wow.
That's crazy, though. That's crazy how they expect you to, you know what I mean? Bringing your show to the UK would be cool shit, but I mean, to have them change your whole perspective of the show is insane. You know what I mean? Like, not cool at all.
Anybody that gets online, like, the thing about it is everybody likes to hate, right? Everybody. And you know what? When people tell me they hate me, I half the time I don't respond, but every once in a while, you get it, it twigs you, and I go, you know what? I did my job, man. And you watch my show, right? You hate it.
Oh, hell yeah.
And you hated to love me, so go fuck yourself.
Let me tell you, Jeff, I've had people watch your show, and they're like, oh, I hate how he haggles them down so much. I'm like, but if you also go to his store, he has the best deals ever. So you're obviously getting the people the deal also. You know what I mean? And that's what they have to understand. You got a good deal for yourself, but you're also giving your customers a great deal back at the shop. You know what I mean? So I'm always like, you're working for us also as customers, right? So
true.
So that's the way I looked at it. It was like, hey, he got a good deal. That means the rest of his customers are going to get a good deal.
Look, man, it wouldn't have been a show if I was nice. Right?
Season 1. That's it.
That's true. That is true. That is true. Oh, that's crazy.
You know what? I was in Montreal last week, and I deal with these guys in Montreal, and I happen to be in the guy's warehouse, and he's selling some mattresses to these customers. And the customers recognize me. They're like, well, how come I can't get a mattress for $100, which is on the show? And I looked at him and I said, I tell you what, I'll give you any mattress you want for $100, but you got to take 300 mattresses this week and unload them, clean them, and make sure they're all good. So I tell you what, buying a mattress off this bro for $400 is actually a pretty good deal, because he's done all the work for you, and you don't have $25,000, $30,000 a month in overhead.
True. That's true. That is true. Oh, I think he froze again.
And they're like, you know what? Good point. They bought 2 mattresses off. The thing about the show that you don't realize is if I was such a bad guy, why are some of the regulars coming back? Why are they coming back?
Exactly.
Right.
My problem is with the show, I would buy a deal, and they knew that we would be filming that deal. So, like, I buy a deal, takes a couple of hours, and they come in, they buy the deal, and that's my day. It took all day to film this shit. My customers were beating me up because they knew that I didn't want to film again. Is that any better?
Yeah, we can still hear you. Yeah. That's hilarious, though.
Yeah, we got you. Did you think the show would be as big as it was?
I had no idea, Benny. You know Walter, the crazy brick guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
You ever see the guy, Walt? Yeah, you guys froze.
Oh, we froze. No.
Yeah,
I'm going to try something else.
Oh.
Yeah, are you there?
Yeah, we can hear you, Jeff.
So Walter Porcelato, he's the brick guy there, and that literally was. We still talk about those bricks, how he fucked me. Anyway, one day he phones me, season 2, and he goes, Jeff, they're fucking the show. It's playing in Italy. I said, yeah. Oh my God, my cousin, she watching me in Italy. And I said, yeah, and? How come I don't make any fucking money? You make the money. I said, I don't make any money. What the fuck are you? I don't want to do this anymore. But you know what? Every time we'd call him, we'd go back on TV.
Oh, shit.
So, Jeff, we know that you've been killing it in the liquidation business. But what did you learn anything about the entertainment business?
Oh, boy, don't get me started, man. I don't know. You'd have to
That'll be a part 2.
You know what? The thing is, it was a lot of fun filming. And when you get a guy, when you tell me that this is what you want to do, okay, I'll put it to you this way. If you tell me that this is what you want to do, you just be honest with me and I'll be honest with you, okay? It ain't going to be down. There's no sugarcoating. You tell me what you want, not that what you want out of me, because if this is who I am, right? And when you got a guy like me who's a little bit fucked, okay, who says what he says, you know what? I mean, some people ain't going to like it, but this is it. And this is the kind of show you want. You want hardcore, you want rush, you want this. This is what you get, okay?
Yeah.
And if I got to simmer it down, okay, I get it. What do I learn? You really want to go further in the entertainment business, you got to be a little bit more politically correct. It ain't gonna happen. Not politically. You got to work with these guys. These young kids that that all of a sudden they were holding a stick in their hand. Now they're running a network, but they have no idea about what's actually really happening in the real world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that.
I'll give you an example. My sister, she's a professor in Israel. 3-4 weeks ago, the Palestinians and Israeli were in a conflict. She's got a class full of Palestinian students and Jewish students, all in their graduate class. So she gets me. She says, "I want you to talk to this class." I go, "I am not an educated person. You guys are all doctrines here. Says, go ahead, speak." I said, "You want me to speak?" So I'm speaking in front of this at Wingate University, and I'm trying to be like, what do I say? And I told them, if we Jews and Muslims could all get together and buy and sell product, we'd all be happy. Fuck all the politics, you know what I mean? And they actually liked it. It was kind of weird,
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
It's about buying and selling and having fun. I buy a deal off of you for $50.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know.
Oh, that's so good, man.
So did the business and personal life change because of the show? Did your business life?
Yeah, I got divorced.
Oh.
Yeah, so the show cost me millions of dollars, believe me, because you know what, man, I'm like if you take a celebrity status, you got your A celebrities, you got all these, Hollywood. Man, I was like in the basement, man. But, I could only imagine what, these guys that are like, like Drake and, all these big, what they go through, man. And I mean, I was nothing, right? And the difference between me and everybody else, if you want to find me, you just show up in my warehouse and I'm there.
True.
Right.
And that was, I mean, I can't say that, like you go to Toronto or, I've been to Italy, the show was huge. You walk down the street, you can't tell. It's kind of cool when someone walks up to you, "Hey, you're the liquidator."
Yeah.
Cool. It was cool, right? And, but when you were doing the show, I never realized, like, I was living and breathing this show, man. I did everything for the show and, personal life, whatever, it just so happened, I was doing the show, filming all the time, I was doing my business, this, that, and the other, and about 2 years after the show, that was it.
Okay.
I have a laugh because she had an affair with a Mexican gardener, and Jose just loved it. So
Jesus,
holy fuck!
But Jeff, do you find that now that your spot became like a landmine to come visit, if everyone went to the West Coast, like, do you think people just showed up now? Like, did business pick up because of the show? You know what, man?
I'm actually honored. Right. I mean, and this morning I got a letter from a kid in India, how he wants to be me. And I'm like, be me. You don't want to be me, man. I'm fucking crazy, man. But, it's really cool. People come in from all over the world now, not as much now because of COVID, but, people would come in and they just want to take a picture of you. And they're like, "Oh, no, this is supposed to be a bother." No, it's cool, man. Because even though I'm nothing in the rate of the real celebrities, it just, people all of us have this perception that when you go up to somebody that was on TV, that you're some god or some shit. No, man, it made me feel good, even especially for the underdog, people who were scared to talk to me. It's like, just to shake, I can tell you people who've watched the show that, I find out that they've got cancer and they're dying in a hospital, and if I could, I'd go to say hi to the guy, and then just to give that guy an extra week or just you know what, he's recognized, and or she's recognized. Just that was the cool part, right?
Jeff,
you know, I mean, the show hasn't aired. We haven't done an episode since 2015.
Yeah.
So.
You there, Jeff?
There.
Oh, internet's acting up.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear it.
So that's what I liked about it, and it's really cool. I mean, the show was a lot bigger in the East than it was in the West. You could tell when you go to a bar or a nightclub, you know, some people wouldn't say nothing, but as people got drunker, before you know it, you know, they'd have the balls to come and talk to you.
Sure.
And you know what, man? I just wanted to keep it real. Like, I mean, you look at the people on the show. We had every ethnic group. We had every personality. We had, you know, it didn't matter, man. And what I was trying to show is we're all people, man. And it doesn't matter you know, if you're gay, you're not gay. Not that, you know, if you're whoever you are.
Right.
It was just to show that we're all people. And that's what I really tried hard when we were finding characters. We weren't finding characters. When I was finding deals, it just, we're all nuts. And you know what? Fuck all the rest of the shit. And you know, I made fun of it. And you know, people said, "Oh, you fucking went and screwed." No, did I really screw that person? You walk into Costco, you don't ask Costco what they paid for something, but you think Costco's doing this for nothing? Like, fuck.
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
true.
Now,
profit isn't a dirty word.
No, not at all. So you're mentioning COVID. How did COVID affect your business?
It went the opposite because, like let's get this straight here. There's a whole thing about vaccines and non-vaccines. I got my vaccine. I was in the beginning, I was against the shit. I question a lot of the shit that's going on. But we were really lucky here in BC. We got to stay open. I shifted in the beginning. I started buying a lot of groceries, so we had more groceries than I ever wanted. I was probably not making any money, but it was. And you know what? Everybody sort of knows the Liquidator in Burnaby, so they really left me alone. You know, we actually then shifted last year. We started doing a lot of online auctions because people were buying online.
Right.
And knock on wood, I mean, hopefully it doesn't get any worse. But compared to, you know, my friends in Ontario and Manitoba, we were open. We never missed a date.
That's awesome.
I lost a lot of people, but we managed to navigate through the shitstorm pretty good.
That's good. That's good. You know. So what have you been up to these days? Like, you know, let the people know what you've been doing. You know.
Well, the show was filmed in the warehouse, the original warehouse. We sold that building and moved to another building, a lot bigger building.
God.
And yeah, man, I got a new girlfriend. I met her doing a charity auction, and she never heard of the show. It was pretty funny. And then she comes in afterwards to hand me a bottle of wine, and she says, "You know, if I didn't watch your show, I would never have hired you." And I go, "Well, wait a second here. You never hired me. I did it for free." So, you know, move forward. I mean, Daniel, you asked me earlier.
Yeah.
He's doing his own shtick. He buys some deals off me here and there. Daniel's kind of an entrepreneurial kid. He does a lot of different things. You know, he does Airbnb shit, buying and selling. I'm gonna try to plug my phone in here, so hopefully this doesn't fuck it up. I talked to Jose. Jose basically moved to Mexico. So, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
You there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Jose moved to Mexico. Sheldon is kicking around. Walter's in my face every fucking day. Who else is there? Wayne, we talk a little bit.
Yeah, that French guy. The French guy that bought the new scooter.
So there's some kind of contact with him. He's actually on Instagram quite a bit. He got into weightlifting. He got huge, that guy.
Really?
You know, we talk every once in a while. He's quite a funny guy. We talk about a couple times a year.
Cool.
That's awesome. Jeff, I just want to ask you 5 random questions to get to people to know you a little bit better. You down?
What's that?
I just want to ask you 5 random questions just to get people to get to know you a little bit better. Some funny stuff. What was your first job ever? Your first actual paycheck?
Wendy's.
Oh, so you're in the fast food industry like us. That's good. Perfect.
Yeah. $3.65.
Okay, next question. What your bucket list? You know, what's on your bucket list?
Oh wow, man. I you know what? Because if it's about the show, I'd like to do another one. Been working it out. You asked me earlier, what's it like in the entertainment business? Without getting it's very political, so I'll kind of read through the lines. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing. I wouldn't mind. You know, I thought like a reunion show would be good, or you know, something different. Again, it's all genre, right? I mean, beyond you got right now you got a guy renovating a house, buying and selling. And you know what?
True.
Maybe the genre, like this is like, you know, Storage Wars and all these other. This genre was buying and selling. You know, is that going to come back? You know what? There's a lot of loose ends I want to get back up. A lot of cool messages I want to send out. You know.
Gotcha.
But in life, man, you know what? I'd never not do it again. You know what I'm saying? I'd change some shit, but
Right.
no, you know what, man? I got to say my life is pretty cool, man. And
Jeff,
you know, talking to you guys and
this is an honor. We're happy to have you on.
You know what? What show I wouldn't be doing it, right?
Right.
Jeff,
Right.
I got a question. What do you say to someone that doesn't have it, that thinks what you do as a liquidator is an easy job? Like, what do you just try to talk them out of it? Because I know as a DJ, I try to talk people out of being a DJ. You know, it took 15 years of my weekends away. You know, I missed a lot of birthday parties. You know, it's not the easiest job in the world. There's not many jobs in general. But as a liquidator, you know, when someone watches the show, because you make it look so easy, you know, and you know some people don't have it in them. What do you say to those types of people?
Well, one of the stupidest questions I get from people, and this is about, and I get about 3 a day. Hey, Jeff, I really like watching your show. I'd love to get into what you do. Hey, can you give me some of the numbers of the people that you buy your product from?
Oh yeah, right away.
Wow.
And I sometimes I just for it. I said, sure, man. What would you like first? The guy that I make the most money off of? No problem. And I just went like, you know what? And they kind of go, well, yeah. And they actually take me serious. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, seriously? Like, you think I'm going to hand over somebody that I've been nurturing a relationship with for 15 years?
Right.
Here you go.
Wow.
Like seriously. Well, you must have got started something.
Yeah, from the bottom, like everyone
I mean,
else.
it's not here to say it. Some people. There's a guy in Winnipeg. He reached out to me last week, and I took his call and I said, sure, I'll help you. And then I hooked him up with a guy to do a deal, and then he fucked this guy. And I phoned the guy up and I said, why would you do this? He goes, that's what you do. What do you mean that's what I do? You fuck everybody. I go, well, if I fuck everybody, I wouldn't be in business.
That's right.
So, I mean,
Wow.
you know what? There's a lot of opportunity no matter what you do, right? You're building up your podcast. You're going to chase after the people, and this is good, right? I mean, you didn't start small, and you know what? What's the next step? You're going to, obviously, the harder you work, the more shows you get, and
Absolutely.
it's you live and breathe it.
Mm-hmm.
You make it happen, and you know what? I talk to some people, but yeah, I mean, I'm going to create my own competition. But I mean, no matter what it is you're in, you get passionate about it, and you fucking go for it, right? Don't talk about it, do it.
There you go.
I just love that. I just love, because I can't do what you do. I can't. I can't even. I remember, there's a little story. I remember going into like a Little Caesars with our buddy Carm, and he's like, whatever slices they have left, get him to cut you a deal. It's late at night. And I walked in. I said, how much for those slices? She's like, $10. And I said, I'll take it. And he gives me a hit. And he's like, what the fuck, dude? I was like, shit, I fucked up, huh? I can't even get a deal. I'm not built for this game. So I admire what you do. Like, when I watch it, I'm like, God damn. It's not that you're an asshole. It's balls. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing. The other person could always say.
Yeah, you know what?
You know what I mean?
When it comes to myself, I'm the worst. When I want to buy a car, I don't run across town and look at 7 cars. I buy the first car. That's it. And it's like I get so tired of people beating you up all the time.
Yeah.
Get her done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, how do you handle that when someone comes into your business and tries to beat you up on a price?
You know what? Like, it's like a doctor is his worst patient. I'm kind of the worst patient when it comes to myself. But I have done that. I get Chinese food at about 5:45 every day at this place. It's usually $11.95, and if I get there in time, I can get it for about $5.95.
That's the best, man. That's the best. Jeff, I just want to let people know where they can watch the show. So you're on Amazon Prime Canada now.
What's
That's
that?
where I'm watching the show. And now they can catch you on Instagram at Jeff the Liquidator. And also you have a website, directliquidation.ca, right?
Check it out, man. Direct Liquidation and Jeff the Liquidator on Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook. That's right. You're pretty much just type Jeff Schwarz. That's what I did. And you're on absolutely everything in general. So you guys pop up all over the place. But Jeff, man, I really appreciate it. I know you're a busy guy, and I really appreciate you taking your time for shooting the shit with us, man. It's been such a great honor, man. And we wish you the best. If me and Bam always head out west, man, we're going to come see you, brother.
That's right. Try to get a deal.
You come see me anytime. It's a total honor. I appreciate you guys talking to me. Sorry about this line. I have no idea. Of course, the day that you need it, it doesn't work perfect, but
it's okay, my brother.
Yeah, definitely so,
love
right.
you guys, and thanks a lot, man.
Thanks a lot, Jeff. Have a good day, brother. Later.
All right, guys. Take care.